What is going on, guys? It is Trifecta J here with a brand new series for my channel. This is something I've wanted to do since NCAA Football 14 came out all those years ago, and it's something that we're going to be starting today. I want to thank Mr. Hurricane for the inspiration to really start this series, and you can see this is going to be a Teambuilder Dynasty taking over the Mount Pleasant Demons. Mount Pleasant is in South Carolina, just outside of Charleston. And this will be a one-star team, and it's going to be a long way to build this team up, but we are in a very fertile recruiting ground with states like South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia. We're pretty close to Florida. Just the Southeast as a whole is a nice place to be able to recruit from. This program has a long way to go before it can even be close to the other two programs in South Carolina. And you can see we'll start off this first year as an independent before transitioning into the Sun Belt in year 2. Like I said, this is something I've really wanted to do since this game came out. Really take a team from the very bottom of college football and hopefully bring them to the pinnacle and be a top tier program. This program will be led by Coach Tyler Johnson. He was an assistant at South Carolina under Steve Spurrier, now one of the youngest coaches in college football, and he will be the leader of this brand new program, looking for 5 wins in this first year. His offensive coordinator will be a former player who he was at South Carolina when he was a grad assistant, Connor Shaw. He's decided to retire from pro football, and also an assistant under Will Muschamp and Steve Spurrier will be joining him, and that is Shaq Wilson, another former South Carolina Gamecock. This is a coaching staff that has the connections for South Carolina to be a good recruiting staff. Now a look at this roster. This is not the most talented roster to begin with, as you would not expect from a team just starting up, but there are some nice pieces to begin with. But who are the players on this roster who will be leading this program forward? We'll get to know them better a little bit later, as we will be having a spring game. The red and black game will be coming up later in this episode. But also we're going to do a quick before that, just a look at some of these players. As you can see, to start off, sophomore cornerback Jonathan Gibbs. He is out of Kennesaw, Georgia. Not the strongest arm, not the most mobile, but he does have some nice accuracy and will be the starter. Now you have Ricky Barrett, an undersized tight end. He started out as a receiver, but he also is a good blocker. His size does concern me against some of the better programs in college football. He's also one of the few seniors on this roster. Only 13 seniors on this team. Blake Cotton, an outside linebacker, another sophomore, has some nice speed. Maybe our best defensive player. He can hit, not the greatest in coverage, but also can rush the passer a little bit. Then our number 1 wide receiver, Allen Harrison, another sophomore. There's a lot of very talented sophomores on this team. Has some nice size and speed. Does struggle with catching, especially in traffic, and not the greatest route runner. Next up is junior Brian Thomas out of New Orleans. He is a strong guy, 6'2", 295, and he can also rush the passer and defend against the run. Both Cotton and Thomas will be the leaders of this defense in year 1. Now we look at the positional depth chart on this team, as no fullbacks on the roster. At receiver, you have some nice pieces. Allen Harrison, Ronaldo McCall has some nice speed. Kenton Watkins is more of a possession type of guy. Then the offensive line, a big weakness for this team. We're very young though, with freshman, sophomore starting on the interior. And at right tackle, left tackle is the anchor of this offensive line, and that's senior Dom McClellan. Now, the defensive ends on this roster to start out will be seniors, so that's definitely a position that we have to replace. And 3 of our defensive tackles are also seniors, with one of them also being a junior, so that's a very important position that we're going to need to recruit very early on. Next is one of our biggest strengths, and that's at safety, and we'll see these players play in the upcoming spring game, which is next. Welcome to Mount Pleasant Stadium for the red and black game. The team has been split up, and this should be very exciting. It's our first look at this team and the players that will lead this program moving forward. I'm very excited to get this series underway, and this will be our first look at them, as we'll get a good look at who are these players, what are their strengths, what are their weaknesses, as Nate Perry, the sophomore kicker, will get us underway. It's the nickel corner senior, Ashley Waters, who will take it out of the end zone. He has a little bit of room, cuts to his left, and is down at the 22-yard line. Here's Jonathan Gibbs. He will start off throwing into the flat for backup running back senior Booker Collier for a 12-yard reception. Elton Huff, the starting running back, will be on the black team. And now here's freshman Mike Meadows, a true freshman third-string running back. He is the guy who might be getting redshirted though. Now Jonathan Gibbs goes to Meadows once again. He's looked good early on in a 6-yard reception after that nice run on the play before. 2nd down and 4, running the read option. Gibbs, not the most athletic guy, but does have the ability to run the ball if necessary. 1st down and 10, screen pass to the outside for Gerard Buchanan, one of the few guys on this roster at receiver who have any height. He's 6'4", but this is a team, especially in offense, without much of an identity. Just starting out, this team doesn't really have the players to be able to run any sort of real system, and you can't really be too selective in the recruits you're going after, as here's a big play to Gerard Buchanan. He's showing out early. But like I was saying, you can't be too selective in the players you go after, so it's definitely the system we're going to run is going to come down to what players do we get in recruiting, as here we have our first touchdown as a program. It's Mike Meadows, the true freshman, punching it in. So now it's the black offense's turn to take the field, and here is starting running back Elton Huff with a nice spin move for 8 yards. A second look at that with a nice spin to make the defender miss. Now we're going to try and go outside. He's got some nice speed. Here's Dante Cleveland, the backup free safety, in pursuit as he brings down Huff after a 17-yard gain. Cleveland, one of the few players on this team who is not from the Southeast, as he is from California. Colby Lucas is the leader of this black offense. He's the backup quarterback. As Elton Huff has nowhere to go, it's Brian Thomas making the stop. 3rd down and 11. Lucas, he's hitting the ball, comes out. It's recovered by Burns. It's a big time play by Brian Thomas. He is a big time player, but he does struggle with his motor at times. Not always the most motivated player. And on the very next play, it's intercepted by Daryl Meeks. The backup defensive tackle drops into coverage and makes a big time play. That was a good zone blitz call by defense coordinator Shaq Wilson. That's something you'll definitely see this team do. Anything to really get pressure on the other team's quarterback. Colby Lucas on 2nd down and 2. Here's Danny Whitmore. He's into the open field. A lot of room to run as he's brought down by Kavika Watts and Leroy Red. 2 running backs in the backfield as we'll go on a sweep to Zachary Randolph, the 5th string running back. He is a true freshman who will probably redshirt this year. Colby Lucas to the outside. He's got Damian Ransom inside of the 20-yard line. A 32-yard reception. Danny Whitmore is brought down in the backfield. Nowhere to go. It's Brian Thomas once again. Thomas is a Power 5 talent, but he just has to be more consistent, as a nice catch by Robbie Golden, the true freshman receiver. He stands at only 5'7", but could be a nice playmaker for us as Colby Lucas keeps it and takes it in for the touchdown. A very nice drive, well orchestrated by Colby Lucas. Now Booker Collier will be motioned out of the backfield, throw across the middle of the field to Jameel Valentine, as the junior from Georgia does have a 7-yard reception. And now it's Gibbs who will roll out. He's going to take a shot downfield. It's intercepted by Torian Contrell. He's got it. A big time interception. He's the backup strong safety and is a senior. Here's Elton Huff right up the gut. He's got 7 yards. I expect this team to be running back by committee for the first season. Here's some read option with Colby Lucas picking up a 1st down. But I definitely expect both Booker Collier and Elton Huff to get the majority of the carries. Now the throw, he's got Kenton Watkins. He is a possession receiver, only 5'11", and not the fastest guy, but the most sure hands on this roster. Here's a counter play. It goes to Huff. He trucks the defender, but it's brought down after a 3-yard gain. Robbie Golden will come in motion, gets the handoff. He has some room to run. He's got a 1st down and more. A 20-yard run for the true freshman from Miami. Now 1st down and 10, will pitch it to the outside, breaking 1 tackle, but he can't get away from the captain of this defense, Bruce Elbert. It's 3rd down and 12 on the edge of field goal range. A quick screen outside for Golden. He's got 4 yards. So now Nate Perry will come on for the field goal attempt. The sophomore nails it. A good kick close to 50 yards. That's good to see. Jonathan Gibbs back on the field. He's going to go deep once again. This time he's got his man. It's Allen Harrison along the sideline. Gibbs drops back, throws, and Torian Cantrell once more. He's got it. His 2nd interception. He's a senior on this team, and he's really showing out today. Ronaldo McCall, the speediest receiver on this roster on the mid-screen, goes for 16 yards. A 4-wide set throw to the outside for Robbie Golden. He's got 3 yards this time. It's 3rd down and 5. About 30 seconds to go in this first half. Lucas wants to go deep. It's a man out there. And McCall drops it. He had to extend for the ball, and he's not able to bring it in. So we will head into halftime. Going to be a quick recap of this first half. A 3-point lead for the black team. So we've seen some nice plays from Brian Thomas, Daryl Meeks on that zone blitz, a good call, and then Colby Lucas punching it in along with Jonathan Gibbs. The real standout though is Torian Cantrell, the backup strong safety, really making a case for playing time as he's playing very well being a ball hawking safety, and that's good to see. The black team will start out with the ball as a throw to the outside for Dorian Mays, the backup tight end. He's got 5 yards. Now we go with the full house set pitch outside to Elton Huff, and he is stuffed by Kavika Watts, the 6'2 sophomore from Union City, Georgia. Now a strong punt is DeMarcus Mays back to return the punt. He's got it. He's going to cut to the left. He's got some running room and is brought down to the 40-yard line, a 13-yard return. Ashley Waters, the nickel corner, will be the returner to start the year, but that job is not certain as there's a 5-yard run from Booker Collier. 3rd down and 5 for Jonathan Gibbs, and he's intercepted for the 3rd time. It is Torian Cantrell. He is playing out of his mind today. Now a bubble screen to Robbie Golden for 4 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down and 6. Elton Huff in the backfield as we'll go to the outside. It's caught by Kenton Watkins, the 11-yard reception. A split backfield. Here is Elton Huff. He's got 8 yards. It's now 2nd down and 2. Under 2 minutes to go. Here's Lucas. He breaks a tackle. He's going to run up the middle of the field, and he's got his 2nd rushing touchdown of the day. He's playing very well and maybe making a case for a quarterback controversy with Jonathan Gibbs throwing 4 interceptions so far. Gibbs needs to calm down and do a better job of taking care of the football, as there's a beautiful throw, and that really shows you why he's the starting quarterback right now. He has the most arm talent on this roster. Another throw now, this time to the outside, as the offense is going up tempo, trying to get into a better rhythm. Here's Booker Collier with a nice lane up the middle. He's brought down after a 9-yard run, as the offense is really starting to click now. Gibbs will drop back. He's going to go deep. He's got a man, and Harrison goes up, but he can't make the catch. It's Ashley Waters on the coverage. 4th down and inches. We're going to go for it and go to the end zone, and it's knocked away. Cantrell and Ashley Waters both in defense, double coverage. A poor decision on that throw. The offense goes quads right, throws a bubble screen to Elton Huff, and he's got a 20-yard reception. He's very dangerous in space. Now a split back set. Colby Lucas will dump it down to Robbie Golden. He has a lot of catches today. He's playing very well. Not doing a lot after the catch though, which is something you would like to see. Throw to the outside. It's intercepted by Markel Reyes, the number 2 corner on this team. Both quarterbacks really struggling to take care of the football. 1st down and 10. Dump down outside to Dorian Mays. He breaks 2 tackles, and he's inside of black territory. A nice job on that play. 3rd down and 4. Throw goes, and Ricky Barrett can't make the catch. A big time drop, and it's another 4th down. As the throw is knocked away, it's Ashley Waters, and that's a turnover on downs. 1st down and 10. The give goes to Elton Huff. He's bouncing off a couple of tacklers before going down by Brian Thomas, an 8-yard run. It's 2nd down and 2, running the read option, and a big play by Terrell Byers, the starting middle linebacker, in the backfield for a loss of 3. 3rd down and 5, the ball comes free, and it's recovered by the black team. The offensive lineman does recover it, but the black team will be forced to punt it away. DeMarcus Mays back to return the punt. He takes it out to the right side. He's got some blocks and some room. He is to the 50-yard line and out of bounds, a 33-yard return. Now good field position for the red team. They dump it down to Booker Collier, and he's got 13 on the reception. Good job of cutting back. A 4-wide set with Ricky Barrett split out wide. Here's Mike Meadows. and he has 4 yards. So now it is Nate Perry on for the field goal attempt, and the kick just sneaks in, and it's a 1-score game. A first down should end this game, but it's huffed down in the backfield. A great play by Markel Reyes. 2nd down and 13. Here's a read option. Colby Lucas will keep it, and he's got a first down, 16-yard run for the backup quarterback. Now on 1st down and 10, it's intercepted by Kavika Watts, as that is the 7th turnover as a combined for both teams. Mike Meadows gets it. He's got 4 yards. So now 3rd down and 6. We need a touchdown to tie this game up. Throw to the outside. It's Ricky Barrett for 20 yards inside of the red zone. 1st down and 10, under a minute left. Dump down goes to Mike Meadows. He's got 2 yards. 2nd down and 8. Jonathan Gibbs drops back, dumps it down to Gerard Buchanan. He's inside of the 15-yard line. A 5-yard reception. 3rd down and 4. Throw to the outside. It's Buchanan once again. A 13-yard reception. And now we will go for 2 for the win. Gibbs will take the snap from the shotgun. Throws outside. And Allen Harrison drops the pass. So we're going to have to go with the onside kick. Here it is, and it's recovered by McCall. And that will do it, as this was a fun first spring game and a fun introduction to who is on this team for year 1. Torian Cantrell is your spring game MVP with 4 tackles and 3 interceptions. He played very well, along with Gerard Buchanan playing well. I was impressed by Colby Lucas. The couple interceptions weren't great to see, but he did a nice job on the ground with 2 rushing touchdowns. Now, before we get to the regular season, there will be one more episode. A season 1 preview will be coming up in the next couple of days. It's going to have the depth chart, redshirted players, preseason poll, our schedule, and what our first recruiting board will look like. It should be a very exciting episode. Really get to know this team and how they are moving forward in the future. Gerard Buchanan, like I said, played very well. 5 catches, 79 yards. I was very impressed from what I saw from him. He might be making the claim for some playing time early on in this year. Right now, he's towards the bottom of the depth chart as a receiver, but he should get some playing time for sure. Both the defenses did force turnovers, which was good to see, but it's one of those things, was our offense just not playing very well, or was our defense doing a good job of taking the football away? That's the only thing hard to see in a game like this. But I hope you did enjoy this episode. If you did, please leave a like down below. Leave a comment down on which players you're most excited to watch and which do you think will be the stars of this first season. Like I said to begin the episode and throughout, I'm so excited to get this series underway, and I will see you for the season 1 preview in the next couple of days, 'cause I'm out.